Interest rates are going up and home prices have been going up and up and up. And pretty much the cost of living has been going up as well. I mean, for crying out loud, yesterday I spent 5.50 per gallon here in the Chicago suburbs on gas. And you know it hurts when I personally drive a Civic, and it was hurting my pockets too. But in today's video, I just want to kind of talk about what's happening in the Chicagoland real estate market right now. And we're pretty much going to go right into it. I'm Blankenship, your favorite Chicagoland realtor. And, I'm in the field all the time, going to the market, meeting with sellers, meeting with buyers, and kind of going over their game plans and how they fit in today's current market. But right now, as I'm filming this video on May 30th, Memorial Day, interest rates, I believe, are around 5.25 to 5.5%. And, pretty much home prices have been going up as well. So pretty much what the feds were doing is that they were raising interest rates to kind of slow down the real estate market. But in my opinion, last month, I wasn't really feeling any slowdown in the real estate market, but in these past 2 weeks, I've noticed some kind of shift where, buyers have not been wanting to come to the price that the sellers were putting, these homes at and stuff like that. And it's just been pretty interesting, with school getting out and all that good stuff, and sellers pricing their homes at the market where they think it's at right now. But ultimately, what I've personally noticed, and in the past 2 months, around like end of February, early April-ish, what I've noticed a lot of sellers have been doing that were putting their homes on the market during that time was that they were asking for those 6-day closes with those long lease specs as well to pretty much capitalize on the current market, and then go through the school year to make sure that their kids can finish up and they don't have to rush them out and stuff like that, for the most part, from what I was seeing. So right now in the month of May, we are seeing those homes close right now for prices that are crazy high. Especially, I work the Chicago suburbs, that you guys know that watch all of my videos, and I work like the Naperville market, Glen Ellen, the western suburbs, and I've noticed homes, especially those HGTV style homes, going 40, 50K over list, and some homes in Glen Ellen on the north side closing $100,000 over list. I can give you guys a few addresses, but it's been pretty crazy. So at the end of the day, appraiser, and when I'm looking at comps and going to my sellers and helping them strategize and price their homes and stuff like that, I try to get as close to the closing date, or as close to the date that we're currently at, to help my clients put their home and price their home correctly. And a lot of times, it's like an appraiser is typically looking back 3 months out, and I'm kind of going 6 to 9 months out to try to get some proper comps and look at the market. But with these homes closing in May this year, and that were on the market 2 months ago and getting these astronomical high prices, we got to keep in mind as well is that a lot of these homes that these buyers were rocking an interest rate that was a whole percentage lower, 1.25%, 1.5% than what we are at today. So what that pretty much means, it's lowering today's buyers' buying power significantly, especially in my opinion, what I've been seeing in the market, especially with my clients. It's hurting a lot of the first-time home buyers that are putting little down payment, whether it be 3, 5%. But what I've noticed right now too is that those buyers that are currently flushed with cash, 20% down or more, it's not hurting them a whole lot. And the conversations that I have with my clients at the end of the day is that you got to do what's best for you and your loved ones going forward, right? I personally probably can't tell someone to write an offer 100K over list. I mean, if the comps say that, or this is their forever home, I mean, go for it. But I will let you know some of the risks that, let's say in a hypothetical situation, is that you get a job relocation and you have to move. You call me next year and say, hey Brand, we need to sell our house, we're moving to Texas or whatever the case may be, and I tell you your home is worth this much. At the end of the day, I don't have a crystal ball to what's going to happen in the market. Mine's pretty foggy, but I can just kind of tell you what's happening right now with rates going up and everything like that. And, I'm seeing a lot more homes on the market as active, as well as price reductions and reactivated listings as well. And it's pretty crazy to me, right? So, if you're a seller in today's market, my big 2 cents is that really just get ready and really price competitively, right? A lot of buyers have this mindset is that if the home goes through the weekend and it's still active on the market, they just think something's wrong with the home. And ultimately, that's not the case, because in a normal market, it's taken 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month to sell a home. And, people are just going crazy saying like, oh, we're not a multiple offer situation, something must be wrong with the home. No, that's not the case at all. It's just, stuff is stabilizing right now. And, some buyers aren't willing to compete and go that much over for a home anymore. And, it's really interesting to see. Something also I want to talk about is that, we go into this situation where, people are downsizing their homes that have those traditional 4 bed, 2.5 bath homes, with full finished basements or whatever the case may be, around 2,800 square feet. Well, let's say hypothetically, those people that are downsizers and want to go into a ranch or, condo, townhome, whatever the case may be, maybe they got a refi 2 years ago and they're around a 2.3% interest rate or under. And, do they really want to jump into this 5.5 interest rate market, and compete with all these buyers and stuff like that, when maybe that the ranch that they're looking for, their mortgage on that might be looking the same than as what their current home is as well. So it's just very interesting because I work with a lot of clients that are upsize buyers that currently own a home and want to upsize into their forever home and raise their families and stuff like that. And it's just very interesting for me to see. And, when I'm talking to my sellers, at the end of the day, I'm telling them like, hey, we should probably do some stuff, paint and all that good stuff. And then when it comes to having those consultations with buyers, it's really just figuring out their goals and why they're really buying, right? Are they buying to just stay into the home for a year or two, then they want to sell? Might not be the best time for them, but if it's their plan to, build long-term wealth or sit in there for the foreseeable future, it's probably a good thing to, buy and capitalize, because at the end of the day, if you're buying in this market right now, especially for the long-term plan, rates might drop next year and you could always get a refinance. And, I always like telling my clients, especially, like, don't be afraid of those pink bedroom walls and stuff like that, because you can always paint it. But yeah, it's been pretty interesting. If I'm going to have some predictions on what the market's doing right now for the summer, is that, I think we'll see much more inventory. I think rates will go up again. I think it's going to slow some people down. We were seeing, 4 or 5 months ago, and even last year, a lot of homes going, 10 to 20 offers, especially like I said, those HGTV style homes get, 20 plus offers and stuff like that. I think we're going to be seeing more about like 3 to 5 offers. I mean, those beautiful homes that are, very dialed in are going to get all the love for, rightfully so and everything like that. But, I think there's going to be some slowdown for sure. We'll go into a shift. I think, with the cost of living, gas, inflation, everything, prices going up, it's going to really, have people take a step back and really reevaluate their finances and what they can afford and everything like that. But, at the end of the day, I tell all my people I'm a pretty straight shooter with all of it. All the people that have watched me from YouTube and that have reached out and contacted me to help them buy or sell, I'm a straight shooter when it comes to it all. At the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you and your loved ones going forward, right? I tell my buyers that you're not living in your square footage, you're living in your floor plan, and you're not living your purchase price, you're living your monthly mortgage. So that's why I always tell a lot of my first time home buyers, especially, is that, figure out what you want to be spending monthly mortgage wise, because a lot of the monthly mortgage is your principal and interest, and also taxes and insurance, and depending on what suburb you're looking at, your property tax can swing significantly, right? So at the end of the day, this video was helpful for you. Hit the subscribe button, comment, like, let me know what video you want to see next. But I just want to hop on here, kind of talk about the market real quick. And, if you're considering buying, selling, or investing in real estate here in the Chicagoland area, my team and I would be absolutely honored to help you guys out. Watch one of these videos on the screen right now, and I'll see you guys on the next video.